Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted since January and I will get into the reason why later in the video, but for now, grab a nice warm drink and possibly your sketchbook and let's have a nice cozy paint with me. I have not painted much this year so far. I think I finished a piece I started in 2023 and I finished another piece that are for Art and Lore. Art and Lore is going to work a little differently this time around. We decided that I'm going to be doing the art for both pieces and Raven is going to narrate for both pieces. So it's going to work a little differently. Hopefully you guys are excited about it like I am. I'm really excited. I'm proud of the last two pieces that I completed. So I'm really excited for you guys to see them. But yeah, so I have not painted a lot this year and I also am kind of like in a no buy year. Technically, it's kind of like a limited buy year. Like I challenged myself not to buy any art supplies, craft supplies. So I have a bunch of yarn that I'm trying to use up as well. I used to crochet before I started my YouTube channel, so I'm trying to get a jump start on Christmas for next year and use up this yarn and make some stuff for my house and stuff. And I'm also not buying any frivolous things because I am in the middle of a massive declutter. Like I decided that I'm just decluttering everything and going through every room, and everything that's not used is just either being donated or it's obviously garbage. Yeah, so while I was going through stuff in my art studio, I had just realized that I have so much stuff that I have not used and some stuff that I haven't even tried yet, like glow-in-the-dark ink and things like that. So I'm really excited to have this no buy year, or limited buy year if you want to be technical about it. I'm not buying anything that I don't need currently, so I guess that's kind of like the rules of the no buy year. I'm not 100% sure, but this is just kind of like what I'm doing for now. And I came across the sketchbook that I started in the fall and I counted the pages and there was 44 empty pages in the sketchbook. So I challenged myself to fill this sucker up within 30 days. Yeah, so this is a spur of the moment 30-day challenge that I've given myself to, kind of spark some enjoyment and creativity out of myself. I also decided that I am not going to film every piece just to keep it fun for myself, because filming every day and uploading a video every day or even weekly when you're in the midst of a 30-day challenge is just really hard if you haven't prepped in advance. So I'm just gonna keep this as pressure free and as fun as possible, and if I want to film that day, I'll pick up my camera and film, but if I don't have to, and that's the goal. I'll obviously show you guys the finished sketchbook at the end of the challenge, and we'll actually see if I actually complete the challenge. So that's what's going on right now. It might even be fun to kind of schedule like a paint with me live type situation, so let me know if you guys are into that, and I'll see if I can do a couple of those, and we'll maybe try to fill a sketchbook together this month, because that could be fun. But yeah, anyway, so the last, I don't know, I want to say like 8 to 10 months have just been terrible. You guys know that I've lost 2 of my dogs, and then my brother lost his dog, which I did a painting for, and I'll link that below. And then in February, we lost a really amazing member of our family, and it has just been a rough couple months. And I basically lost an extra parent. He was my stepdad, and he lost his battle with leukemia in February, and it's just been really, really rough. And my mom and his daughters have just been so sad, and it's very hard for them to go through this, and it's affected us as well. He was an amazing person. I never felt like he was a step parent. I just felt like he was like an extra dad. He was a really amazing man, and I am so sad that he is gone. I don't really want to talk too much about it because I don't want to get emotional in this video. I feel like the last 3 videos I've posted have just been full of loss and sadness. So I just want to let you know that that's why I've been gone. And I started this challenge just to kind of like kickstart my creativity and make myself feel better again and build good habits and just do the best I can and move on and heal. So yeah, that is where I've been for the last 2 months. I am kind of recommitting to doing a YouTube video or a live every week because I miss you guys. I miss the community. I miss hanging out with you. I feel like just the universe has kind of kept me away from you guys for so long and from my art. And like sometimes if I'm not filming, I don't really make anything. It's just been rough. But having said that, I do have a bit of good news that I would like to share. And that is that we got a puppy. And his name is Leroy. And he is adorable. He's a little pitty. And ever since I lost my pit Jack over in July, I believe. Yeah, July. I lost my golden retriever in May. I lost my pit in July, and it has just been so rough because I feel like my pit, like as much as I love my golden retriever, he was an absolute sweetheart and a beloved member of the family. My pitty Jack, he was like my soul dog or my heart dog or whatever you call it. And before anybody, gets mad at me for getting a puppy, we actually did try to rescue probably like a 2-year-old female pit. And unfortunately that did not work out because she attacked my 17-year-old dog that I have. So we did try to rescue first, and just with her being a senior, our only option was to get a puppy. And also we got the opposite sex because I don't think she gets along with girls very well. So that didn't work out, but we did get Leroy. And I have to say, I feel like it's my Jack reincarnated in this dog. He does everything that my pitty used to do, and he follows me around everywhere. He acts just like him, like every character personality trait that Jack has, Leroy has. And I don't know if it's like a pity thing or I just got lucky, but I feel so whole now and so happy. I feel like I got him back, and I feel like that's exactly what I needed. Yeah, so him and my old lady puppy dog, Sophie, get along really great, and she loves him, and I think she thinks he's Jack too. He's in his little bit of a velociraptor puppy mode. We got him when he was like 8 pounds, and now he's pushing 20, and she has to correct him a lot, but they get along really great, and he's just made me so happy since we got him. So that is some of the good news that I have to share. So yeah, I think we got him around February 13th on a Monday, just a spur of the moment. I saw him in a litter on like a classified ad, and I knew right away that he was the one that I had wanted. And I'm so glad that I made that decision because I do feel like my Jack is reincarnated in this dog, and I don't know if you guys believe in that stuff, but it makes me feel better, and he acts just like him. So I'm really excited that he's around, and we've been training and, potty training, and then trying to get him to stop biting because he is in that little velociraptor mode. So he's taken quite a bit of time, and it's taken some time to get used to having a puppy because somebody always has to be home. I don't mean to be weird, but I know a lot of people like push crate training. I personally don't like it. I have this fear of my dogs being in a crate and there being like a house fire, and the fire being in that room when they have the option to go to a different room, and maybe like save their lives, even if like the house, you know what I mean? Like I have this fear of it, and I just really want him to get into the rhythm of what we used to have. And if a tipped over garbage can is the price that I have to pay for it, then that's fine. So that's, I just have a fear of, like, it's an irrational fear, but it's there, and that's not something that I want to deal with and have that guilt on me for. So no offense to anybody that does crate train. You do what works for you. That's totally fine. I very rarely leave the house, and my goal is to get them to walk to the post office with me, because that's really the only place that I have to go if, you know, my partner isn't home or whatever. And, you know, we're usually always home. We like it here. We both kind of work from home, so there's really not a need for a crate. He's very follow the leader and hangs out with us all day. He's remotely lazy for a puppy. He sleeps a lot, and I think that's like a pit characteristic. They kind of like adapt their owners' personalities and stuff. So my goal is to get him a little bit calm, like maybe go for a walk and then come in the studio and have like a dog bed in here, so they can just be like my little studio assistants and just hang out with me. So I'm trying to get them into the lifestyle that I want them to be in, if that makes sense. But yeah, so anyway, I got a puppy. I'm really excited about it. He's adorable. He's got this little polka dotted nose, and I can't get enough of him. He makes me so happy. Yeah, so that's been a lot of things keeping me busy, and I'm really excited to get back into art and to do this 30-day challenge. I already finished technically I started yesterday, because you guys will be seeing this video today, but I already finished my drawing for today. And I really liked how it turned out. I'm having a good time working in my sketchbook and kind of getting the flow back and keeping it very low pressure, so I don't have like this urge to start a huge project right away. I'm just kind of in the having fun stage of making art before I stress myself out with another project. I do have some stuff that I've been working on in the studio as far as like decorating goes. I have some shelves I want to hang up to store my art books and my sketchbooks. I have a bunch of art and a bunch of old frames that I want to hang up, so I'll be doing a studio tour soon. And I know I've said that before, but just life gets in the way, and I just wasn't able to be over here as much as I wanted to be. So it's just been a lot of chaos for like the last 10 months, I want to say, and a lot of sadness and a lot of loss. So I'm really excited to feel good again. I've been walking every day lately, and outside, not like on a treadmill. And I don't know what it is about outside walks that are better than inside walks on the treadmill. I feel like I have ADHD, and when I'm on the treadmill, I'm just thinking of my to-do list, and it's in the house, so I can see things that need to be done while I'm on the treadmill. So I don't like the treadmill, or to walk in the house on the treadmill, because there's a lot of distractions around me that don't let me enjoy the walk. And when I walk outside, I genuinely, I can't say words today, but I genuinely, there it is, enjoy the walks. And I don't know if it's like the fresh air. I did hear something about like positive ions being in the atmosphere, so I don't know. It could just be that I'm earthing my earth sign. I'm not sure, but I feel really good when I take a walk outside versus walking on the treadmill. So I'm most likely going to be decluttering my treadmill as well, just to make my space a little bit better. And let me tell you, decluttering has made me so happy. I don't know what it is, but like somehow my house ended up being the place where people kind of like dump stuff that they don't want. And my mindset of like renew, reuse, recycle has just kind of like left me with this mountain of stuff that I don't want anymore, but like I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings by getting rid of it kind of situation. Do you guys have that to where like you feel like you can't get rid of something because somebody gave it to you? So I'm trying to kind of like unlearn that habit and just kind of like enjoy my space, especially because I'm home all the time. So having a chaotic space and like trying to get the kids ready for school in the morning and tripping over things and can't find other things in the morning, like it becomes this chaotic thing that I didn't want my life to be. So decluttering has been very therapeutic for me, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm also really enjoying the challenge of the no buy year, because another thing I told myself I was not allowed to buy was books. I read a lot. On average, about a book a week. I tend to have like a physical book going and an audio book going at the same time, because the audiobooks, it distracts my brain while I'm doing things like the dishes and cooking dinner and stuff like that, because my ADHD just kind of like makes me go other places when I need to be watching something brown, or you know, like I used to burn a lot of things until I started listening to audiobooks. So anyway, long story short, I just kept adding books to my TBR, and I have so many books that I haven't read, and I'm just like, okay, so this year you're not buying art supplies, you're not buying craft supplies, and you're not buying books, because A, you have plenty to work with. You don't need that new fancy thing. And it's very hard, especially in America, because I feel like we're just kind of like run on consumerism. So I'm really trying to focus on not buying things I don't need. And it has been a really hard 3 months, because there are books that came out that I just like absolutely want so bad. And it's so hard not to buy them. But then I pick up a book that I already have, and then I enjoy that, and I'm fine. So I'm really trying to not spend as much on things that I don't need. Like, I feel like there are things that I want, like I love supporting other small businesses and local artists and things like that. And I do feel like that adds charm to the home. And that's kind of like what I'm going for. Like, I feel like I'm also stuck in the mode of, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but like millennial gray, like my entire house is gray. And I'm just like, why did I do this to myself? Because somewhere in my mind, like my parents were like, well, have it ready for resale. And I'm like, but I don't plan on leaving. So why can't I have it, you know, the way I want it? Like, it just, you know what I mean? Like, scared to like add color to the walls and stuff, which as an artist to me makes no sense whatsoever. Let me know if you guys struggle with this, because I feel like it's a big problem that I have, and I'm just not a fan of it. So I'm really just trying to live the way that I want to live, and just decorate the way I want to decorate, and have the things that I genuinely need and not want, just so my life is a little bit more stress-free and enjoyable. And as someone like myself who's an introvert and enjoys her house, enjoys her yard, and likes to work on those things, like the fact that I haven't made it what I want and what I need, it's just so mind-boggling to me. And I feel like I just let society get into my brain sometimes, because I am so tired of millennial gray and having your house be decorated for resale. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Let me know if you guys struggle with this or have dealt with this in the past, and tips on how you've overcome it, because I would really be interested in those ideas and thoughts. P.S. I am so sorry if this is a very rambly video, because I have not done a voiceover in forever, it feels like, and I'm just kind of like brain dumping on you, but I feel like I have so much to share, so I feel like a live stream might be the best bet for the next video, just so we can chat and kind of like catch up with each other, because it feels strange to just kind of like blurt all this out on the internet, but it is what it is. We're where we are right now. So yeah. Decluttering is life right now, and also resets. I am telling you, I am in love with the kitchen living room reset before I go to bed. It is so nice to not have to wake up to a sink full of dishes, and that's, you know, kind of like where I used to leave things because I was so tired at night. But now I actually really enjoy the kitchen reset. Like, everybody goes to bed, I put my audiobook in, I do the dishes, I clean the counters, tidy up the living room, and everything is just nice and ready to go for the next day. It is so nice. So that's a habit that I have been doing, I want to say for the last 2 weeks, and I plan on keep doing it, because that right there, it's life-changing. I love the reset before bed. It feels so good to wake up to a nice clean space in the morning. It also really helps my ADHD brain in the morning. Like, I don't wake up completely overwhelmed with the to-do list like I used to. So I highly recommend that, especially if you have ADHD. Throw an audiobook in or a podcast or some music on and do like a kitchen living room reset before you go to bed. You will feel so much better in the morning. Okay, so let's move on. I also sent out an email. I wanted a new wallpaper for my phone that was kind of like spooky spring vibes. So I made one and it's in this cellar if you guys want to grab it. There's also a store drop in there if you want to do that, but I really enjoy having the free wallpaper option, just so there's like a little something for everyone. You know, like people like me that are in like a no-buy year, and want something new and it makes you feel good and stuff like that. So here is the wallpaper, and it's available when you sign up on my website. You just give me your email. I send you the password to the seller, and there are, I want to say 6 free wallpapers you can choose from. So if this one doesn't tickle your fancy, you might find another one that you like. If you are already part of my email list, I have sent out an email today with a password refresher, so you can go check that out. Yeah, so let's talk about this piece that I'm painting, because I'm kind of running out of things to talk about, unless you guys want me to talk about like the books I've been reading and stuff like that. I have been rewatching Supernatural because Netflix put that back on after they took it off for a while, and I was kind of like really bummed about that. Partly because it was just like, after you've seen something so many times, it was kind of like a good background show. It used to be Gilmore Girls, but I kind of like got tired of rewatching Gilmore Girls, so it was just kind of like really nice to see Supernatural back on there. I think they're the same shows that I rewatch are Supernatural, Gilmore Girls. I rewatch House a lot. I rewatched NCIS a lot. And I think I've watched like Dexter like 4 or 5 times, and I'm just kind of like to the point where like I don't really watch a lot of new shows. I tried Outlander. I think I made it to season 2 or 3, but then I kind of like, it just got really heavy. Like emotionally, I was just kind of like, okay, this is too much for me. Yeah, so if you have any like background show recommendations, that would be great, or just like new shows in general. Like, I'm having a really hard time getting into like new TV shows. Like I watched the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I didn't finish the last season because they kind of canceled it early. I really enjoyed it while I was watching it, but once I heard they were canceling it, I didn't want to like, the last season of certain shows have been really bothering me lately. Like, I hate the way Supernatural ended. I feel like it should have ended on the episode before the last one, because the last one was terrible. I was like, no, this is awful. That's not what needs to be happening. So yeah, I'm just having like problems with TV shows lately. So I definitely need something new to get into. I also would love some book recommendations if you have them, specifically audiobooks. I do still have my Audible subscription, which I'm allowing myself to keep because I do use it within the no-buy year. And Audible, I just discovered the free options they have, so I've been kind of like listening to those in between credits. And I'm also like, I have a library card, so I'm probably going to be using the library a lot if I like get the hankering to get a new book without having to like, I want the dopamine hit from getting the new book without having to buy the new book to kind of keep within my no buy year restrictions. Okay, so let's talk about this piece for a little bit. I really enjoyed painting this little ink cap mushroom, and I feel like the lighting is a bit off, but it's fine. It didn't have to be perfect. This was a very low pressure painting project. I just wanted to kind of get my muscle memory going again, and just paint. And that's the whole point of but wanting to fill up this sketchbook within a 30-day period. There's 44 pages and 30 days, and a lot of them you can do like the whole spread of the sketchbook, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal or that challenging, especially because I don't have to film. So I'm really curious to see if I'll be able to actually complete the sketchbook in 30 days. And I also told myself that I don't have to paint every day if I don't want to. So if there's one day where I want to paint the entire day, I can go ahead and do that. And if there's a day that I don't feel like painting, that's totally fine. The only goal is to fill the sketchbook within 30 days, which I do feel like is very doable. It would be more doable if I painted every day. And though I do want to build that daily drawing habit, I just don't feel like drawing daily is sustainable. Like there's always stuff that happens, like you have random doctor's appointments, and then there's other things you need to do. And if you have, a day planned outside, especially with like summer coming, and you want to spend a day at the beach and you don't feel like painting that day, and you come home and you're tired from the sun, you know what I mean? Like it's just not sustainable to paint every single day for a long period of time. I do feel like it is, easily accomplished to do within 30 days if you're excited about doing it. So I'm, just letting myself paint whatever I want to paint. There's no specific theme, no specific prompts, because I struggle with prompts. But yeah, so the only goal is to fill this sketchbook within 30 days and to have fun while I'm doing it. So I would love to know what you guys think about drawing daily, if it's doable, not doable, if you like that kind of thing, if you don't like that kind of thing. Sometimes I feel like there's a little bit too much pressure, and if you miss a day, you just feel like the whole month was for nothing, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I am trying to paint in a way that is fun for me, but is also doable. Like a Monday through Friday, I feel like would be, especially, being an artist and trying to make this my full-time job and, have an income from it. I do feel like drawing, 5 days a week is more than acceptable. And a lot of the times the drawing and painting isn't the problem. It's the admin work, the taking care of your website and emailing people and posting on social and editing videos and all the things that aren't really art related. You have to make kind of another form of artwork in itself to, have a career in this kind of field. So I would love your thoughts on it. How do you feel about drawing every day? Because I'm very curious to know. I'm also very curious to know what you guys have been up to for these last 2 months, because I feel like I've barely talking to you, and it definitely was not on purpose. Yeah, so how has the new year been going for you? Has 2024 been great? Have you kept your resolutions? Have you made any resolutions? I gave myself a break this year and I made no resolutions. My only goal was to kind of do my best every day, and I feel like I've accomplished that so far. Especially with like the decluttering and just trying to make my life more enjoyable. So I can't complain. We did have a big loss, so I always say, 2024 is like the next year is going to be my year. And sometimes it ends up being even harder than the one before. And I'm just kind of like baffled by the whole thing. But yeah, definitely let me know how you're doing, because I hope you guys are all doing very well. Definitely let me know if you got any projects going on, home improvement, art, any kind of project. I would love to know. Don't forget to grab your free wallpaper, and I hope you had a good time painting with me. Here are some close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's a video I think you should watch next, and a video that YouTube thinks you should watch next. And I'll see you in the next one.